Hey guys, in the last video we built images in Docker and pushed them up. In this video we're going to go ahead and finish up building the Docker images for the rest of our projects. So for Echo 2, it's nice and simple. We can just take these two files here and copy them over like so. And this is the same, it's good to go, and this is the same as well. So we can go into our deploy dev, we can copy and paste these ones here for our Echo 1 server and just do Echo 2. Since they're the exact same. Okay, and now we need to build a Docker image for our client. So this one's going to be a little bit more complicated, but that's okay, it's not too bad. So the very first thing we need to do is we need to create environment variables. So one of the things I want to mention about, well actually no, let's just do the build images and we'll do environments later. So let's build a Docker image, Docker file, like so. We're from Node Alpine as builder. This is something I don't think we've talked about yet. Okay, and then we're going to do work directory /app. We're going to do copy package.json to current working directory. Then we're going to run npm install. Then we're going to do copy everything else like so, and then once we do that we're going to do an npm run npm run build like so, and that's going to give us a distribution folder. So let me show you real quick what that looks like before we continue with the Docker file. So we're going to go into our client folder here, npm run build. What that's going to do is it's going to use the Vue CLI client to build an environment for us. And then we're going to serve that environment up with Nginx. So we have potential errors. Okay, hold on a second. npm run serve. Okay, it runs just fine. That's okay. We should be just fine. It's fine. Okay, so here's our basic application right here. And if we want, we can app install PHP 7 or PHP. Hold on a second. We don't need to do that. I'll show you with Nginx here in a second. Okay, so then we need to build our Nginx folder. So new folder, Nginx. We need to build a default.config here, default.config, like so. Now we need to go to Docker and grab the Docker image for Nginx. So why is this? What's this banner here? That's okay. Docker hub.docker. I'll go to Nginx, like so. We can go read the documentation down here. So what's going to say down here is we'll find this config file. So see how it says there's this HTML folder down here? That's where we're going to want to copy our distribution folder into this HTML folder right here so Nginx can easily serve it. So let's go ahead and find, where is the default config? It has to be here somewhere. Default config. Okay. And I'm going to find it. I'll be back in just a second. It should be right here. Hey guys, we're just going to write this from scratch. I'm having a heck of a time finding it on that site. So, all right, let's go ahead and write this from scratch. If you're not familiar with Nginx, don't worry. We're just going to use it here and a little bit with Kubernetes. And it's pretty simple, and I don't think that will be much of a problem. But if you do have any questions, please post below, and I'll answer them to the best of my ability. Okay, so we need to tell Nginx, because we're going to be running our application on port 30, to listen, or port 3000, excuse me, to listen on 3000, and we're going to add some logging access log to var log Nginx client access dot log. Then we're going to add an error log var log Nginx client error.log. This is not necessary, but it's always nice, in my opinion, to have access to logs in case something funny is going on. Okay, we're going to say anything, so location / so anything that comes in, we're going to use the root directory of user share nginx HTML. And you remember before it said that is where the directory is. Nginx looks by default for serving images, serving applications. So index.html, and then index.htm semicolon, and then we want to do try files $URI $URI / for any of these routes at all, we're going to look for index.html. Okay. So what this is basically saying is look for those files on the route at all, or route /. If not, then serve up this index.html file. Hope that makes sense. If not, it's okay. This is really all the Nginx we're going to do. You don't have to worry too much more about it. This is about it. Anyway, okay, so let's go ahead, and now we're going to finish up building our Docker image. So we'll go back to our Docker image now that we have an Nginx config that we can use. So we're going to do from Nginx, so now we're actually going to build from the Nginx image. We're going to expose port 3000. By the way, this is actually not necessary, this expose 3000. The reason why I put it up here is in case you want to use this image for Elasticache or something else. You can use it on AWS, or Elastic Beanstalk, excuse me. Anyway, but it is nice to have. Okay, so we're going to copy over the Nginx folder default.configf. We're going to copy that over to the Nginx's default config.x. So config.d default.config. And then we're going to copy -- from builder. So from this image up here, we're going to copy over that distribution folder. So app dist, because remember we set the worker directory to app, and then npm build builds a dist folder, right? We're going to pass it over to user share nginx html. Okay, let's go ahead and save that, and then we're going to go ahead and run this Docker build file right here just to test it. I'm actually going to close down that window. We don't need that. Okay, so Docker build with this context right here. And now we wait. So it's going to take that Node Alpine image. It's going to copy over the package.json. It's going to run npm install, which in this case there actually is quite a few dependencies for Vue CLI, but it's not too bad. And then so you can actually go look at those dependencies here in the package.json. This is the dev dependencies for building. So you're going to get those, and also your dependencies for the application itself. Okay, and build. And I'm going to pause while it does this. See you in a second. Okay, and we're back, and we got a successful build. So let's go ahead and run this Docker image using the run command we learned earlier. So Docker run the image. Oh, we need to set a port to this, don't we? Port 3000 to port 3000. We're going to split our windows here. Run. And then if we open up our browser and go to localhost 3000, we should see Vue. Hello world, yay! So if you remember earlier, we had on our package up here, we had just built this little hello world span, and our router view itself doesn't actually have any data in it. So it works. So there we go. That's great. It's exciting. So now our client has a Docker build file. So let's go ahead and build the dev file for this. So docker file.dev. Okay. And we are going to do essentially the same thing, except for we're not going to use Nginx. We're just going to be serving the file directly. So from node, okay, Alpine, worker directory app, and then we're going to do copy package.json. Oh, we need to have context here, /. Then we're going to do run npm install, and then copy current directory to directory /app, and then we're going to run cmd. So this is a little bit different than we've done before. npm run and serve. Okay, let's go ahead and save that, and let's also test this one as well. So we'll do close that image file out, docker build -file for that file, right? And we're going to do dockerfile.dev with the current context. Go. And that will build, which will also actually take a few seconds. So I'm going to pause again. Sorry guys, just a second. And it's finished. We got a new image here. So let's go ahead and copy and paste that. So docker run. Now, before it was port 3000, but the npm serve actually runs in port 8080. So we're going to go ahead and map 3000 to 8. Well, we'll map 8080 to 880. That's fine. And then we'll run the Docker image. Go. So you'll see it actually runs the dev server just like you would normally do it locally. And then you can go click on this here, pull it open, and we'll see we get our hello world. So now we have our dev environment and our production environment. So that's good. Okay, I'm actually going to stop the video now because it's getting kind of long, and in the next video we'll do the API, the Go API. See you guys in the next video.